Hello, let's learn how to calculate with the bounds like lower bound or upper bound. This thing comes like when our measurements are not exact, not accurate. Like we can say that it can range from this to this. So here I have written like if it is 57 kg. If I say this is 57 kg, I'm weighing something and the weight of that object is 57 kg, correct to the nearest kg. This is correct to the nearest kg. What does it mean? Like it can be little bit less than 57 or it can be little bit more than 57. But when I round it up, it would be 57 kg. That is the meaning of it. So it means that correct up to nearest 1 kg, you can say nearest kg means nearest 1 kg. So 1 kg, if I do the unit is 1 here, I will say the unit is 1 here, okay, and then we will half the unit, okay, half the unit, and unit is what? 1. So half of 1 is this, like 1 by 2, which is what? 0.5. So we can say that my weight of particular object can be 57 minus 0.52. It can be 57 plus 0.5. It can range, it would range between these two. So I can say this is 56.5 and or it can be like 56.5 to 57.5. All these will be rounded up to what? 57 kg. Got it? So this is how we will write here. Yeah, and but then if we have to write it this way, like we say that 57 kg is greater than equal to 56.5 and less than 57.5, because 57.5 we write as 58, correct? So that is why here we write less than, and here in the left hand side we write greater than equal to. 57 is greater than equal to 56.5 and less than 57.5. Understood? Now let us see the next one. Next one is what here? This is 57.2 kg. So 57.2 kg, like it means that now the scale which I am using, weighing scale which I am using is more accurate. Like it can read correct up to 0.1, right? So I say that my unit here is what? The unit is 0.1 here. Okay, so half the unit means 0.1 divided by 2. So 0.1 over 2, it means it is what? It is 0.05. So what does this mean? That my weight of the box can be 57.2 minus 0.05 up to 57.2 plus 0.05. So it means that it can be 57.15 to 57.25 kg, right? Let us write here also the units. Yeah, I have written here, fine. And same thing, like if you have to write it in range form, so I can say that 57.2 is greater than equal to 57.15 and less than 57.25. Clear? Now let us see the next one, which is 0.032 gram. So this is again much accurate, much more accurate weighing scale here, which can measure correct up to 0.001, you can say. So the unit here is 0.001 here, and half the unit would be what? We will simply do 0.001 over 2, and that would be 0.1230 zeros and 5. So 0.032 gram it means that actual mass can vary from 0.03 to minus 0. Triple zero 5 to 0.032 plus 0.0005, which means what? This can be 0.0315 grams to 0.0325 grams, right? So we can write it like this, that 0.032 grams is less than equal to 0.0315, sorry, greater than equal to 0.0315 and less than 0.0325. Okay, got it? Now let us do a few questions. Now. So here we have the question. You write the lower and upper bounds. So the question says temperature in fridge. Okay, the temperature in fridge is 2 degrees Celsius to the nearest degree. To the nearest degree, it means that our unit is what? Unit is 1 here, right? Unit is 1. So half of 1 is what? Half of 1 is 0.5. So we will do 2 minus 0.5, which is 1.5. So 1.5 would be my lower bound and upper bound would be what? 2 plus 0.5. So that would be 2.5. Got it? Next is what? Mass of an acorn is equal to 2.3 grams, correct up to 1 decimal point. Now this is correct up to 1 decimal point. It means that unit is what here? Unit is 0.1. 1 decimal point means 0.1. And half of 0.1 is what? Half of it is 0.05. So my lower bound of 2.3 grams correct to 1 decimal point would be 2.3 minus 0.05, which is what? 2.25 grams. And the upper bound would be what? 2.3 plus 0.05, which is 2.35 grams. Okay, here degrees and here we can write grams. Okay, let us see the next one. So length of the telephone cable is 64 meter to the nearest meter. Nearest meter means unit is what here? Unit is 1 here. Okay, unit is 1. Half of 1 is simple 0.5. So we have to find the lower bound. So for lower bound, I will subtract 64 minus 0.5, which is 63.5 meters. And for upper bound, 64 plus 0.5, which is 64.5 meters. Right? The next one. It says time taken to run 100 meter is equal to 13.6 seconds, correct to the nearest 0.1 second. So 0.1 second they have said here, correct to the 0.1 second. It means that what we will be doing here, the unit is 0.1 here, and so half of 0.1 would be what? 0.05. So I will be subtracting 0.05 from it. So 13.6 minus 0.05 would give me the lower bound, which is 13.55 seconds, and upper bound will be 13.6 plus 0.05, and that is 13.65 seconds. Okay. The last one, the time taken to do my homework is 45 minutes, correct to the nearest 5 minutes, that is plus minus 5 minutes. Hai. So the unit here is what? The unit here is 5, and half of 5 is what? Half of 5 is 2.5. Half of 5 is 2.5. So the lower bound would be 45 plus 2.5, sorry, 45 minus 2.5. We have to do here. So let me remove it. Yeah, so 45 minus 2.5, which is 42.5 minutes, and for upper bound it will be 45 plus 2.5, which is 47.5 minutes. Okay, so this is how we will find the lower or upper bounds. Okay, now there are a few questions asked in exams where we need some rules here. So I will be writing for the rules for calculations. Like if you have to find out upper bound of a plus b, then what you will be doing, like upper bound of the sum of the two figures, then what we will do, we will be doing, first we will be finding upper bound of a, okay, and then we will be adding to it upper bound of b, right? It will not be like, we will not first find out the sum of a and b and then find the upper bound of it. No, we will find upper bound of a, upper bound of b, and then add them together. That will give us the upper bound of the sum of a and b. Okay, and if we have to find out the lower bound, in that case also we will be doing the same thing. So lower bound of a plus b, if we have to do, then we will first calculate lower bound of a, and then we will add to it lower bound of b. Okay, then the next thing, if it is multiplication, so I'm writing in short now. So upper bound of a cross b, a multiplied by b, if you have to find, that would be upper bound of a multiplied by upper bound of b. Okay, so always it is like separately, first you will find the upper bounds and then you will multiply. Same thing for lower bound also, lower bound of a cross b, so that would be find lower bound of a and then multiply it with the lower bound of b. Okay, never do the mistake of first multiplying and then finding out the lower bound. No, that would be wrong. So upper bound of, next case I'm taking, we have taken this thing, addition, multiplication, let us take subtraction. So if you have to do upper bound of a minus b, that would be what? That would be upper bound of a minus lower bound of b, because that would give us the higher reading. Okay, if you will subtract from bigger number a smaller number, that would give you the larger number, upper bound would be our result. Okay, and if you have to find out lower bound of a minus b, in that case what we will be doing, we will be finding lower bound of a, and from it I will be subtracting upper bound of b. That would give me the lower bound of my a minus b. Okay, so always we have to remember these rules while doing the calculations. Then if we have to find out upper bound of, now division is left. Okay, upper bound of a divided by b. Okay, in that case what we will be doing, we know that our denominator, when denominator is smaller, the fraction is larger, right? The number is greater. So we can say we will be writing upper bound of a divided by lower bound of b. That would give me the upper bound of a divided by b. Okay, acha, if we have to find out lower bound of a divided by b, in that case I will be doing lower bound of a and divided by, I will make my denominator greater, so I will find upper bound of b, right? So all these rules will be very, very helpful while doing the calculations related to the upper and lower bounds. Okay, let us or we will be solving few questions based on it in next video. Yeah, okay, keep practicing, dear. Shall meet in next video. Yeah, bye.